Greetings, I am that I am. It is February 20th, 2025, but what that really means is we are in the moment where Creator God exists, on the very tip of eternity, which is an incredible place to be. And Creator coming through me now with what just might be the most important message of your life. It is a message that I've been sending out since I was 15 years old. I'm 57 now, so you do the math. Since I was 15 and possibly a little bit earlier than that, deeply connected to Creator God, and Creator was telling me very clearly that the human was living as a hypnotized slave to the darkness, worshiping that darkness in a variety of ways, bowing down to it, offering his own children to it, and that the dead walk the earth unaware of the fact. That message still stands today because I got kicked out of bed today saying it's time yet again to deliver the message. A message that I've been sending out on a regular basis ever since the internet came on. My Instagram page is Michael and the Dragon, as in Archangel Michael. And on that page you'll see about every other week I'm delivering this very same message that knock, 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 McFly, you are living as a slave, unaware of the fact. And a slave that's not aware of that he's a slave won't comprehend that he's got to break the chains. You are slaves pretending that you are not. And it has cost you and is costing you absolutely everything, most importantly, your own children. Quote me on that, please. Mother, Father, could speak clearly through me today that the message will be heard and received. But more importantly, I feel that we're going to do something, we're going to go above just the message, and we're going to anchor freedom, and that we are going to raise the dead through this video. And so it is. So most importantly, I'm going to tell you how you became slaves. I'm going to show you the information that's very easy, very simple to research. It was hidden in plain sight, right under your noses your entire life. In spiritual community, this is the power of dark contracts, something that I'm watching the quote, spiritual community, big quotes right there on social media. And I'm seeing that everyone seems to know everything about everything, which is really fascinating to me, because I've been living and dying every single day for 25 years and a living sacrificial offering for the ages, and I don't know anything other than what God tells me within the moment. And the important thing about that is Creator God can change. He doesn't adhere to human philosophy, to human myths, to human prophecy. Creator does what Creator wants to do. He can change everything within the moment. And even I, who has committed every moment of my life for the last 25 years and probably more than that, he'll come in and say, you underestimated me. You know, you're underestimating me. So let's not do that. Let's never do that. Okay, today I'm playing the red pill. I wore the red shirt to become the red pill from the movie The Matrix. The movie The Matrix is a very powerful symbol, a very powerful reflection for us. It hits on many levels. There's a reason why so many, fell in love with that movie, because it was speaking the truth. That indeed, Neo, you are living as a slave. You just can't see the chains. A lot of people have kind of like try to analyze or connect the dots with the Matrix, but I'm going to do it in a way you haven't heard before, the real way, how it applies to this reality today, because you are living in a cocoon of someone else's creation, while a fake you, a fake expression of you exists within the world. Now let me explain what I mean by that. Neo, you were born into slavery, and you were bound to it in contract of the birth certificate. When the human spirit was monetized and you became property, mind, body, spirit of this beast system, which is why very few souls can see the truth of this reality, because they are bound to it in the soul. They worship it in a variety of ways, most importantly, offering their children to it, okay? And I have been bringing this message to you. I'm going to say you because one person is every person. I've been bringing this message to you my entire life, watching you turn and run away like children, putting your hands over your ears and your eyes, going, bad, 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 Democrat, 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 Republican. And you know why that is? Because you are children stolen at birth. Children who were stolen and given away at birth. It begins with the birth certificate. For when you register something with this ingenious, tyrannical, brilliant enslavement system, when you register something, you give away crown and kingdom. You give away everything. House is their house. Car is their car, which is why they can come in and take it anytime they want to. The minute you stop paying your slave man taxes, they can come in and take it from you. But most importantly, on that day of your birth, or close to it, you came out of your mother's womb connected to the umbilical cord, the most important beginning of your life, the most important moment of your life. The umbilical was cut. Soon after that, a contract was presented to your parents, that of the birth certificate, to, quote, register. Why would you need a birth certificate, by the way? You know what I mean? For what? That was a big red flag. Then you register your child with the system. You sign his name in binding contracts being the most powerful tools in the universe. Why? Because every contract must be fulfilled in the eyes of God. Every contract must be fulfilled in the eyes of God. For Creator God uses contracts to ensure things get done. We made contracts before we came, both with the light and with the darkness, to ensure we would experience those things we agreed to experience. Why would we make contracts with the darkness? Because it is the darkness, the ancient teacher, that will give us the pain and suffering. The darkness contracts. It is the pain and suffering that will hopefully push us to higher ground. This is the oldest teacher in existence, now and forevermore. Okay, the darkness isn't evil, it is necessary. So it is this system, this beast system that we were born into, that created, for me personally, you know, you got the domestic terrorism, domestic terrorists, the IRS and the Federal Reserve, the banking cartel, this strangulation, knowing at 15 or younger that the human was a slave to the darkness, the dead walked the earth, and I couldn't communicate with the human because he wouldn't listen to me. So I couldn't touch the adversary because he's very well protected. And so okay. In the moment I'm saying this, okay, Saturn's ring, binding agreements, I decided to take my issue to Creator God personally. And I set up camp in my living room, and I took out the sword and I threw it, literally scratched it across the floor and said, I will know you or die trying. Those are the words I set in motion, and guess what? I died 1,000 times. I died so many times that death itself has run away, because the one truth has come forward, that there is only life and death is but a doorway. But until we have freedom, we are not living, we are dying. And the human being is a slave pretending he's not, and it's cost him everything. At birth, you were given away in contract, binding contract. They took your child and said, thank you for the child sacrifice. He's ours now. We will groom him and he will worship us And he won't be able to see or hear anything we do because we are now his parents. We are now his parents, not you. You don't own your children. Quote me. This is your wake-up call. This is the red pill today. Upon that day when they took your child, we then gave him an alternate personality. That of a fake corporate entity, a non-living entity. Your name spelled, every word is a spell, in all capital letters represents the dead you, the fake you, the non-living corporate entity that they created to replace you at birth. So here is the movie The Matrix. We'll take your living child and put him in a cocoon, and we'll create a false narrative, a false expression of you, and send him out into the world. And he will be the perfect slave because he can't see us. He will not rebel against us. He will bow down. The school system was a prison for the children, which is what I was 5 years old, come home from school, and I say, Mom, that's jail. It's prison. I can feel it. And she would kind of laugh at me and think I was just a child that didn't want to sit at a desk all day from 9 to 5 in a building with no windows, preparing the young mind for a life of slavery, of corporate slavery, 9 to 5 slavery. Knock, 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 McFly. Did we never connect the dots there? The school system, the building itself is identical to a prison where the warden is the principal. And you learn there to bow down blindly to authority, filling the left brain with insignificant information and lies about history while ignoring the right brain, the spiritual side of things, the part of us that needs to be nurtured and lifted up. And I sat in that desk, and I knew I was a prisoner, and I put my head down, and I visualized being free in the fields because I grew up on a farm, and I saw myself there, and I could go there. Now I know it was meditation. For 30 minutes to 45 minutes, no problem. I was there. I wasn't in the prison. I was in the fields. And now at 57, when I try to redo that again, it's hard, man, because the brain has been tampered with. They took your child. They said, here's his fake name, straw man, a dead man walking. Your name spelled in all capital letters is the name of the fake you. Legal fiction. What's a legal fiction? A legal fake? The straw man, the dead man walking. A name in all capital letters. Babylonian text of the dead is how we spell dead things, is how we spell corporations.